In Asia, it is believed what you eat, because they eat snails there, what you eat should also be able to go on your face. What goes on your face, you should also be able to eat.
Welcome to Rooted and Rising, where we focus on becoming whole through the mind, body, and spirit together. My name is Lamisa, and my guest today is Rain San Martin. She is the owner of Rain Skin Lux and Spa. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Before Rain Skin Lux and Spa had a name or a single client, what were you doing and what moment made you look at your life and say, this isn't it?
Wow, that's a great question. Honestly, unlike a lot of people that I hear, I always knew that this would be the path. Now, I did resist it for a very long time, but healing and wellness has called me since I've been on this earth. I've been always around it. And it was in 2023 when God gifted me literally this skin brand by a seed that was planted from a friend. So in my community, I was known to constantly be the person to go to. Like they would say, Dr. Rain, what do I need for this? Or what should I use for this? What's good for my skin dip for this? And I would make DIY formulas at home all the time. And a friend she kind of poured into me and said, you could do this for everybody. As well as I had an esthetician who said, you should be an esthetician. You know more than me. And at first I was like, yeah, no, it's okay. I don't think I'm going to do that. I just like to stay in my little introverted bubble. And slowly but surely, I said, you know what? God, if this is for me, then I'm going to do it. And just like that, it was born in 2023. I have a private lab with a manufacturer. It's one of the cleanest manufacturers in the US. And my mission really is just bringing that clean skincare and beauty here in the US.
A lot of estheticians dream of owning their own spa, but never take the leap. Tell me about the day you decided to bet on yourself.
Wow, wow. Um, so being an esthetician, I say this all the time, in educating other estheticians, there's a difference between being a good esthetician and good at skin. You can do all the things that the protocol says, but understanding skin is the most important part. So for me, becoming an esthetician wasn't about a title. It was just about a deep rooted passion to really help people understand their skin and what they're actually doing that works in Asia, such as in Japan and in Korea, because I'm also trained as a Korean esthetician as well. So for me, becoming an esthetician, it was more about really understanding the skin to really get the results that glass skin that we see in Asia is not just limited to one region. Anyone can have that if they understand skin from the inside out.
So tell me the difference in Asia and American. How more receptive is Americans or Asians?
Ooh, wow, this is a great question as well. So, unfortunately, America doesn't necessarily put health first. Like you see in Japan and like you see in Korea, their daily lifestyles incorporate healthy habits. Their children are raised to learn how to do their skincare at 5 and 6 years old. They learn really have healthy diet habits. They learn healthy activities and exercise to do it at early age. You see that kids they're in school, they're learning how to cook, they're learning how to do the things that they take on into adulthood. And unfortunately, here in America, we have everything is fast. We have processed foods everywhere we go. There's no really healthy chains where we could easily get, good foods that help fortify our skin, because skin is just like the bread to our body. It's helping us in the environment from the pollutions. It's helping protect us from all of the things that we're exposed to light all day. So what they're doing in other regions of the world is really putting the health first. And unfortunately, that's not happening here in the US. So I'm here a little beacon that could to try to bring that to the US, that there's someone who does truly care. This is not just about money for me. I'm not doing it for money. I'm really doing it because I want people to be healthy without compromising their health by putting toxic ingredients into their skin. My brand is Asian rooted. I've been exposed to healing my entire life. So I had a lot of Asian leadership. So very, very young, I used to do door-to-door sales when I was 18, and it was so hot outside. It was like 100 degrees. And I think I only did this job for like a week, but people would drive past and they're like, "We feel so bad for you. It's so hot outside." They would offer us popsicles. And my manager, she was Asian, and she said to me, "When it's hot, you do not drink cold water. When it's hot, you do not have ice cream. You have hot tea or warm water because the body's degrees." She didn't teach me the degrees part. I learned this later on. Our degrees in our body is 98 degrees, right? So when you're cool, trying to cool down and you're drinking ice cold water, there's some people who actually have heart attacks because of this, because you should never wake up in the morning and take a hot shower, but you should also never just put a lot of cold ice drinks into your body all at one time. It's too much for the body. So how I live my life is, yes, I start my days with hot water. In Asia, you'll see they don't even drink cold water at all. They drink hot water all day long. It's so good for your internal organs. It wakes up their digestive system in the morning. Skin is highly connected to the gut. So it's really important what you do in the morning to really kind of continue to glow throughout your day. So yes, drinking warm water in the morning or hot water with even lemon is really, really amazing for your skin.
Luxury is a feeling just as much as a service. How did you define what luxury felt like for your brand?
Wow. This is a great question as well. So my background is full of skincare, it's full of being a creative, but a lot of people also don't know that I went to school for fashion design. I was really big in fashion design all the way up until I'm still a big into fashion design, honestly. It really never went away. It's my girl dream, right? I used to design for different brands all over when I was much younger. So my favorite designer is Chanel. I fell in love with Chanel in high school. So I've incorporated that razzle dazzle because I'm just a girl into my brand. I just believe having that elevation and aesthetics, I have an eye for what I believe looks nice. So everything I do, I want to give that to other people. I want luxury is not just what you see, it's also a feeling, right? So for me, it's just really important that what I want to give back. So my brand is a luxury organic clean skincare brand because I'm a girl with razzle. I want to be razzle dazzle. So you'll see that in the bottles, you see that in the packaging. Luxury is important to me.
Most people think a facial is just a fancy face wash. But what is actually happening to your skin during this professional treatment that you can't get at home?
Wow. So that's a great question. So I like to say that facials are just like taking your car to the mechanic, taking your car in to get service. So you're having an expert really look at your skin to see, because a lot of times what you see on your skin is not what another person sees, right? And we use these AI deep technology machines to see what's under the skin. We can see melasma, we can see UV acne, we can see UV damage before it ever shows up. So in a facial, you're servicing your skin by an expert who's going to be able to tell you exactly what's going on. When I look at skin, I can see what's also going on in the body. I can see that there's a kidney stagnation. I can see that there's heart issues based on where there's acne in the skin. So having a facial really is going to give you a roadmap to really what's going on inside, as well as how to achieve your goals. A lot of people are washing their face just one time. Like in Asia, we double cleanse. I recommend triple cleansing because you're really like when you go to clean your house, you don't just mop, right? You sweep first. So it's important to making sure that you double cleanse to really remove all of that debris. We're coming into contact with so much debris, pollution, bacteria. People touch their faces 3,000 times a day. And they're wondering why their faces are breaking out because then they were touching the gas pump. They were touching all these other things. So having a facial really gets rid of all of that dead skin cells that helps get you a brighter complexion, and it just really gives you that glow that you can't sometimes get on your own if you don't understand what steps or what products to use and what ingredients do what.
I know you have service for kids and preteens to feel pampered without actually selling them something they're too young for. What was self care like for you as a child?
Wow, yes. The kid part is so important to me because what you learn as a child, you adapt into your adulthood, right? So for me as a child, what I like to do for my pastime, I would have my dad take me to CVS and I would go through the whole skincare section, just buying every single product, reading the back of the ingredients, taking them home and using them. And that's how I started to learn about toxic skincare because I would have really bad reactions. I'm very sensitive to toxic ingredients. And that was one of the reasons why it was very frustrating for me. And one of the reasons how I born just always making my own formulas, because there's just like paint thinner and just really toxic ingredients in skincare that really amplify other diseases and illnesses that are going on in your body. So for me, as a child, just running through the aisles of CVS, buying every single product was like my self care. I would do my own facials when I was 7 and 8 years old. And that's pretty much how I learned so much stuff at a young age, just studying ingredients from CVS, from the
From
aisles of
CVS.
CVS. Yes.
Building from the ground up is never a straight line. What was the hardest season you faced, and what kept you rooted when things got uncertain?
Wow. Okay, I would actually say a recent season. When you're in a community of people, it's much easier to find that support. You can kind of curate things on Instagram to look a certain way and, get attract a certain audience. But we've recently moved to Texas and we've only been here about 8 months. And what I would say has been a difficult season for me is just really trying to understand how Texans really prioritize their skin. Understanding the water here is really harsh. So I see so much dehydrated skin. I see so many people who have no skin care routine and have no real education on why that's even important or why wearing sunscreen is important. It's not just blocking out the harmful rays from the sun, but it's also protecting you from the blue light from your phone. A lot of people don't know they're aging because they're always on their phone, on their devices all day long. So for me, the hardest season was just being in a new community where people don't know my value, people don't understand my expertise. And when you see something that's new, is kind of you kind of reject it initially because it's like, people kind of get stuck into what they know. So for me, that was the hardest season. But how I pushed past that is just knowing that I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for a trend. This is a real calling. And I really just truly like helping people and making people feel their best, because when you feel better, you do better. Life is easier. It's already hard enough. It's a little ghetto sometimes.
Yes. A lot of people only visit a spa for a special occasion, but what are the real long term consequences of not making professional skincare a constant part of your wellness routine?
Oh, this is a great question, and it's an unfortunate one. Unfortunately, just neglecting your skin, not wearing your sunscreen, not doing anything to fortify collagen. As women, as we age, aging starts to show up, and unfortunately, it's much more difficult to treat fine lines and wrinkles and melasma and UV spots from UV acne and damage when you're not constantly in a skincare routine or seeing a specialist for skin. People are surprised when I revealed my age. I'm 42. And all of that is a testament to just constantly making sure that I take care of my skin.
Running a business is stressful. How do you use your own spa as a personal reset? And what treatments do you find yourself going back to when you need to feel like yourself again?
Okay. So right now I'm in my home. This is my home spa, but it's just for me and family, right? But you would find, if my family shows you pictures of me, all the time I'm walking around with a face mask or a face gadget or the LED mask. So I make skincare a priority. If I'm home, I'm doing skincare. If I'm in the spa, if I don't have clients and I have downtime, I'm doing skincare. I make sure that that is a priority because I am my brand. I can't speak for other people. There's the conversations out there that estheticians should not have good skin, but I believe if you're going to be an expertise in something, you should be able to have a testimony to be able to show up that what you're teaching and what you're educating is working. So for me, I am my brand and I make sure that I take care of my skin. That's important to me. It's a part of my self-care. It's a part of my stewardship in my business. My favorite treatments are masks. I am known to have a mask on. My husband probably has 1,000 pictures of me with some type of face mask. I can put on a face mask and still go do all of my things. After I do my cleansing and my toning, I'm putting on a face mask. And I let it soak in my face. And then one of my other favorite things that I like to do is LED. LED is amazing. Red light therapy and blue light therapy. So you'll see me either with some type of mask, some type of fruit enzyme mask, or you'll see me with the LED mask on my face. And it's like a big robot looking thing. And it has blue light and red light, which is really good for anti-aging. It's really good for any sort of bacteria that you might get on your face. So those are my go-tos for skincare.
So this LI, what is it? LA, say it again.
LED light therapy.
LED mask. So
Yes.
you say it's a big thing. So is it like something you physically put on your head?
Yeah, so there's different options in the spa. I can treat clients with the modality where I go on over their face with red or blue light, and
Mhm.
it gives them deeper penetration because it's more individualized. So it's not a big tool, it's a smaller tool. So I can really get into certain areas better. But we also have the big machine where you go under and you experience the red light depending on what you're trying to treat, or the blue light. And as well as we also have face mask as well, which you can buy for home care to just continue to be in synergy. I always try to tell clients we work in synergy. So if I'm doing these things to your skin, you can't go home and use Dawn dish soap. We have to work together to keep the results. Everyone always wants to have, I'm known for glass skin, so people are always asking me like, how do you have such perfect skin? And it's a work. It's not like an easy 1 2 3. So there are things that we can do in the spa, but you have to continue at home.
What do you want your business to represent in the industry?
Oh, this is a great question. So, Beyond K Beauty, what Beyond K Beauty is a term that I've coined, which is going beyond what they do in Asia. Because, like I said, good skincare is not limited to Asia. Korean skincare is trending because people believe that, oh, that's the only people that are getting it right. But all they're doing is taking natural ingredients, they're not putting toxic ingredients and innovative technologies into their skincare. Anyone can do the same thing. Because guess what? When you put natural ingredients on your skin recognizes that and it knows exactly what to do with it. But when you're putting toxic ingredients, synthetic ingredients, your skin doesn't really know what to do with it. And honestly, it becomes waste. So it's really important for me to show up and to kind of like wave the flag that there is a brand that uses Asian rooted philosophies that is manufactured in the US that is clean skincare and clean beauty. And I wanted to add this because a lot of brands don't do this. So we go by European standards, which is very strict. They ban over 1,000 ingredients that are not banned in the US, unfortunately, as well as Korea and Japan. They have a very strict standard. I have partners in Japan, I have partners in Korea, and I abide by that because I don't want to put toxic skincare on myself and I don't want to give it out to anyone else.
So, what types of moisturizer do you use on your face?
So today I use Mucinex. Have you heard of it before?
I have not.
So it's very popular in Asia. So it's basically, I know some people are kind of icked out. It's the secretion from snails, like the little snails that come out when it rains. Yes. So it's very slimy, and the snails are not harmed in this process at all. They secrete it naturally, as they're through their living cycle, and it's really, really hydrating for the skin. It's very plump. So today I have on Snow Mucin toner, Snow Mucin serum, and moisturizer, as well as my famous glow drops with African watermelon oil, squalene, and what else is in there? Jojoba oil. They're amazing. Also vitamin C. I have on today. I have on a spa cleanser. It's a double cleanser. It's also antibacterial. It's amazing. It smells amazing. And I use my Lux Argan oil in my double cleanse as well. And I have a sunscreen today because sunscreen is a non-negotiable. And it's a tinted sunscreen, so it doesn't really give you full coverage or anything like that, but it just gives you more of like a dewy look.
When Rain Skin Lux and Spa has reached every goal and your chapter in this industry is complete, what do you want the people who sat in your chair to say about how you made them feel?
Wow. The best feeling in the world is when you hand over the mirror to a client and they're cheesing from ear to ear and they're just like, wow. So for me, is that my biggest thing that, you know, I want to leave behind in my legacy for my generations to come and all of anywhere that I'm ever mentioned. It's just that when you leave my chair or you leave from you use the product that you feel refreshed, you feel poured into, you feel cared about, you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel valued.
So, Rain, how can the people get in contact with you?
Yes, yes, yes. So Instagram is my favorite social media. I do have others, but I'm more active on Instagram. So that is Raina Skin Lux and Spa. And that also includes all of the booking information, upcoming events. We do a lot of pop ups. So you can find out whatever's going on the Instagram. We have a pop up today, actually.
Hey,
So in
okay.
local San
I might
Antonio.
need to get that information so I can
Yeah.
come out.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
we want to thank you so much, Rain, for coming on today, and we will see you next time on Rooted and Rising.
Thank you for having me. You have a beautiful day.